Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make this beautiful bra. But before we get started, please guys don't forget to give the tutorial a thumbs up so it can reach a lot of people. So over here guys, I am marking a square of around 9 by 9 inches, which is quarter of the bust around circumference. Then I am going to divide the square into 4 equal parts. So now right on the top square, this block, I am going to divide it into 4 equal parts also. Once we're done doing that, I'm going to go ahead right at the bottom. I'm going to mark 1 inch on one side and 1 inch onto the other side to create a dot. But then before we do that, right on the center line, I am going to mark down 1 inch. And then on the curvier side of my ruler, that's when I'm just going to connect these points to create a dot. So now right on this line, I'm going to extend it to the center front, right there to the center front, and we want to create the neckline. So my neckline, I'm going to drop it by 1/2 inch. You can drop it by 1 inch or 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to connect these 2 points over here with the curved ruler to create a neckline. So once we're done, we need to go ahead and create an armhole. Right on the center line, I'm going to mark down 1/2 inch, and I'm going to take my curved ruler and connect these 2 points together to form an armhole. Now guys, this pattern is done. I am going to cut it on fold. So the next thing that we need to do now is to create the band. As for the band, we are going to take 1/4 of a bust round circumference, and I'm going to subtract 1/2 inch and then mark the line. So at this point, 1/4 of bust round circumference, mine is 9 inches, and I subtracted 1/2 inch, which became 8.5 inch. So because we're going to be adding in hook and eye at this point, I am going to measure the length or the width of my hook and eye, which is 2 inches. And I'm going to remove this 2 inch from the band, okay? So I'm going to remove, I will suggest that you remove 1 inch at first before you remove 2 inches. I'm going to remove 1 inch from the band, which is later going to replace by the hook and eye. Now for the width of your band, I am going to mark 2 inches. Also, this depends on how wide your hook and eye is. Okay. And then I'm going to connect these 2 points all the way to the armhole line. Now guys, please take note that the band is going to be cut on a stretch material. Now guys, I want to divide the band separately from the cup, so I'm going to mark 1 inch to separate the cup and also the band. And now I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the pattern. But before I do that, I need to add 1/2 inch or 1 inch or 1/2 inch basically, because it's the same width as my elastic band. So we're going to create 1/2 inch here for elastic casing, and I'm going to mark it all the way to the band. So guys, don't forget to extend the dots all the way to the elastic casing also. Now that we are done drafting our pattern, it's time for us to cut it out. So guys, now it's time for you to grab one of your favorite stretch lace. Over here I've got a stretchy lace, and I'm going to cut the cup right on fold and on a stretchy side. Okay, so my lace is one-way stretch. so I placed it where the stretch goes around the body. And also the band, I went ahead and it's going to be cut on a stretch material, so this lace actually has an amount of stretch. Now for the cap, I'm going to go ahead and first sew the dot to close the dot around the cap. Now guys, for each side of the band, I went ahead and I cut 2 layers. So I'm going to place this band, one on top and the other one right under to sandwich the caps. And I'm going to take this into the sewing machine and sew a straight stitch. So once you're done sewing a straight stitch, you need to go ahead now and sew a top straight stitch so that the 2 band at the back should not move around. Now once you're done attaching the 2 band, we need to go ahead and add an elastic, and you can see it's a picot elastic. I'm going to attach it right around the armhole. So as you sew this elastic, make sure you pull just enough for it to sit so comfortable around your armhole. And now I went ahead and I flipped it in and I sewed a top zigzag stitch. Next thing is to add an elastic right on the under bust. So I'm going to go ahead now, and when I attach this elastic, I'm also going to pull it a little bit, trim off the excess fabric also once I'm done sewing it. And when you sew this elastic, make sure you sew it with a zigzag stitch. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the strap right on my bra, and go ahead, turn it around and sew a straight stitch to reinforce the strap. As you can see, this is how it looks. So now I am going to turn this strap right at the back. I'm going to turn my bra right at the back and just measure around 2 inches from the band. Place my pin and then make sure that I place the strap right on that 2-inch mark. And then now I am going to flip my elastic right on the under bust to attach the strap also, and go ahead and sew a zigzag stitch right on top. So I went ahead, as you see, I inserted the strap in between the elastic band on the under bust. So now I want to attach it right on top, and I'm going to sew a zigzag stitch. And there we go guys, our strap is attached. So the next thing we need to do guys is to attach the hook and eye, and I'll show you how it looks. So this is how it turned out. I really love this bra because it gives so much support. I hope you enjoy making this project. As for me, see you on the next one.